I could find plenty of characters I'd like to play, but it's oh yeah, all spring last week. So I wasn't it's Lilac Seraphim.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting into Lyrameow versus Rycard. Second year sitting up stream. All right. Very even opening to this game. Going a little bit slower. It's kind of what you expect in this matchup, and especially with Rycard's patient style. Just runs back, goes for a grab, which is going to get finished with the down tilt. Not the biggest. Does catch the flip kick, though. That's going to be key in this matchup, is if Lyrameow can get a handle on those flip kicks. Grab's going to miss. We've got limit out. What's our option with it? Goes to the side. We're not going to find anything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important set because, as people have speculated, this is most likely the closest fight for who gets into top 8. So these are these players were seeded 8th and 9th. So this really is the battle. And Rycard at 130 at ledge. Flip kicks out. Dash attack's not going to do anything. They're going to try to find this kill. Needs to be, I'll say it has to play a little bit chill. Because ZSS is a character that's really hard to tie down. So what she's doing is charging limit and kind of forcing Rycard to feel the pressure of situations like that. Zero coming through. Oh, the Blade Beam just doesn't come out in time. That's unlucky. That probably would have been the stock because the limit Blade Beam moves a lot faster. Can't punish the side B either. Lyrameow keeping her patience. You know, she can get another limit. She only took like 15% for it, so she's playing pretty chill. Right? Okay. Spike on the flip kick. Lyrameow definitely taking a bit of a beat and getting buried here, but Rycard misses. Lyrameow misses the limit side B. The dash attack is going to take that first stock at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. We're definitely in for a war of attrition, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be curious to see who is better suited for that. Cloud, obviously, as a character, you know, longer a match goes, the more limits he's going to find. All right, down tilt coming through. Lyrameow still playing with her first stock. Not going to catch the punish there. She almost has a limit out. Any extra credit she gets here is massive. Against a player like Rycard, you got to play it patient. You've got to just take it. Flip kick goes through here. Plasma Whip is going to poke, but not quite going to kill. Paralyzer trades with Blade Beam. Dodges the down smash. Rycard's looking for this kill, but is struggling to find it. Gets an up tilt to up air off the top. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock right now. This set might actually, like, take us a century. All right. Through here, Rycard stuck in the corner. There's the flip kick approach. Lyrameow shields it, tries to shield grab it. We get side V1, what a combo. Mash it up B a little bit. I think Lyrameow's playing a little bit flustered. Does get the limit Blade Beam. Rycard at ledge is gonna get the reversal off of a flip kick, but the up B doesn't work again. ZSS is such a good character, guys. Plasma Whip pokes through. Rycard's tied up the percent. You know, the longer the game goes, the more you kind of fall into his trap of just this very, very slow, miasma-like game that can get really frustrating, you know? Because he is. All right. Richard, you have a set to play with Kobe. Kobe. All right, limit coming out, which is, oh no, I think Lyrameow used it on a side B maybe? Doing all right, doing all right. Hey, glad you guys can pull up. All right, gets a reversal up. Actually connects it this time. To our end of game 1 here with 2 minutes on the clock. Rycard up a stock. Plenty of damage, but has been doing a great job of playing evasive. Lyrameow gets the side B, but not limit side B. It means it's not killing. Flip kick back to center. All right, the plasma whip's coming through. Big fair coming through from Lyrameow, but still nothing. The blade beam is going to catch it. All right. Shield on the up smash. Getting into last stock, and there is a very real possibility of a game going to time here. You know, with 1:30 on the clock and how slow these have been going, Lyrameow throws out the side B. The percent lead is going to start mattering here a lot because, you know, even if Lyrameow can threaten to charge limit, if she can't, oh no! Good patience off of her to not mash. That would have gotten her into a big up smash. Let's say Lyra can charge up B, but at the end of the day, she needs it to, you know, pay off, or she's not going to win, you know, because of the percent lead that Rycard has right now. And continues it with a Zair dash attack. And limit almost out for Lyrameow. She's got to find a way in the next minute. Gets the fair spike. Flip kicks out. Gets another fair. Percents are much closer to the B reverse. Side B's going to come out. Sends a blade beam limit. Oh my god. And we have a 3% difference at the moment. A little bit more. The flip kick comes out. 37 seconds on the clock. This is getting into really scary territory. I feel like either of these play. If I'm in this situation, I'm playing for time, you know? Now, Lyrameow has 5% above Rycard here. So Rycard playing very patient, throws the plasma whip. 20 seconds on the clock. We've got a limit coming out. Can't catch Lyrameow off the ledge. Goes for a big up smash, trying to finish things, but she can't get it done. Okay, flip kick comes out. Not going to do anything. Limit almost there. Dash attack, not going to find anything. Rycard just playing the time, but the dash attack is going to take it. And that's going to be it with 6 seconds on the clock. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, what a game 1. Oh man. My fucking heart, dude. I can't handle this. I'll be right back, chat room. I need to pee. This is gonna be a long set. All right, getting into game 2 after a brief intermission here. Both players needing a second to breathe after the stress that was that game 1. Now Lyrameow finding herself to a much stronger start so far with 50% lead. Dash attack coming through. I think the question for her is going to be if she can figure out how to stop herself from all these just like whiff scenarios, you know, whether that... Oh my god, that catches! That's insane, actually. That's really cool. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, she'd have a lead or she'd be catching things, but then Rycard would just have like a trick, like he'd just land a flip kick or do one of his like drop B reverse plasma whips, and it would just kind of make it all the work she couldn't, you know, kind of just like neutralize. But right now, Lyrameow, after that impressive Blade Beam, is up to a much stronger game too. Is going to get buried by the flip kick, but it's not going to work again. Very funny 0-2. Paralyzer goes out. Oh no, the whip 2 frames, and that's going to be an edge guard for Rycard. Lyrameow goes down. I've never seen that move edge guard 2 frame like that. That's wild. Alright. Big Bear is going to get punished. But no tack means you're getting dash tacked. Another Blade Beam. Now Lyra has to be careful with those Blade Beams because they're very valuable to threaten ZSS off stage. But if you do it at the wrong angle, she can just flip kick you and put you in the ground for it. Now Rycard just keeps very patient. Jump backs there. Goes for a very aggressive down smash, but Lyrameow just shields it. Limit is out. Rycard stuck at ledge. What's the option? It's a flip kick. Lyrameow still got the limit. Just keeping the pressure. She just throws it on the shield. Not going to find anything. Fair is going to take it. Rycard living at 160. But on Zaire doesn't find the down smash though. Nair isn't going to take it. Rycard living at 170. Lyrameow struggling to close out this kill. And it's really difficult because this is where Rycard... Oh, very funny hitbox there. Oh, that's what I'm mad if I'm Rycard. I'll say this is where Rycard thrives, is those pressure situations, like where he can just continue to nickel and dime while being so difficult to kill. And oh, that's a big combo. All right. Lyrameow at 118. A lot of charge on that down smash. Goes for the falling fair here. Is going to find more. Forced off stage. Oh, the plasma whip edge guards. We've been seeing in this game too a lot more of Rycard utilizing the plasma whip and just in general edge guards to secure his kills, which I think is what you should be doing in this matchup. Especially as he's been struggling to kill. Is just knock Lyrameow off stage and then utilize the fact that Cloud has really bad recovery. You know, because worst comes to worst, you force Cloud to spend limit, which is one of his most consistent killing tools, just getting back to neutral. No cover on the ledge roll. Oh, 89%. Coming through here. All right. Lyrameow just charging limit. She has that pressure. 3 minutes on the clock, so I don't think we're going to time this game. The back throw into the limit. Blade Beam is not going to take it, but it gets damn close. Rycard going for a far air dodge that makes its way back to stage. Alright. Now Lyrameow trying to close out this kill. But that's where Rycard's going to poke you and get his own turn. Goes for the up. Oh my god! From the top ropes, Lyrameow takes the stock for the second game. Lyrameow is now up 2-0. Seraphim Snorlax still going. Seraphim Morpheus for items. Zerion Morpheus for items. Getting into game 3, the stage is Battlefield again. Alright. Now playing very patient here. Rycard playing a little bit more aggressive, approaching a good bit more. Now that hand could be his undoing, or it could be exactly the change he needs. It's going to depend on the execution. Because it goes against how he typically plays more patient. But, you know, with 2 games down that have been very slow, he's kind of can't afford to play this war of attrition. Because Lyrameow is showing that you lose it versus me. Side B not going to find anything. Does get the big tether grab for it. I like that up throw. I think I like this approach from Rycard to just go in a bit more, press a couple more buttons. Because at the end of the day, Zero Suit has some pretty damn good frame data. that can contest Cloud really well. Cash attack from Lyrameow calling that out. Limit is out. We pulled the trigger, but not reacting quite in time. Can't react there either. That's what I'm saying. This hit and run. Can't punish the side B. Go for a panic up B, but not gonna work. Alright, the up B not gonna fully connect there. Rycard's at ledge now. Rolls through, is gonna get caught with the back shots of the back air. Lyrameow. A lot of damage though, more than we tend to see for this first stock. Back there to side B. Limits close to coming out. Now Rycard, the question is, how do you kill if you're Rycard? I think it's gotta be an edge trap like this. Not gonna connect the plasma whip. Very good get up attack call out from Lyrameow. Throws out the limit blade beam, is gonna get called out with a barrier into an up smash. I like that a lot. Utilizing flip kick as a long range pressure tool, you know, to call Lyrameow out for doing an option that might be a little bit too obvious. Fair comes through. Side B comes through. That side B is a phenomenal anti-air tool. Plasma Whip is gonna poke Rycard's way back on the stage. We do catch the roll with the lingering bit of up air. Lyrameow goes to the up smash, but not finding it. Flip kick isn't gonna get punished. That move has so little landing lag. Alright, limit is out. Smells out the roll, but she can't find it, but she connects the last hit of the limit. Side B. Rycard is playing on possibly his tournament stock here. No, this is his tournament stock. He doesn't make it in the top 8 if he loses this game. This is where, you know, independent of what's going on in the game, psychologically, this can be a very difficult situation because of the amount of stress. I was in... Ooh! That's scary. I was in a Victim 5 where I was like, I might not make it to top 8. That would suck. And it makes me so nervous. Seeing the camera, Rycard is locked in. Alright, get this air poking out here. Lyrameow limit camping, which I think is definitely the right play here. Right, it applies so much pressure, and I'd imagine it's got to be incredibly demoralizing if you're Rycard, because you, even if you win this game, you got to win the next two, you know, and that has so much mental power. Because for every wrong option you pick, side B, nope, it's just all that denial, you know. Which can be really disheartening, and I think Lyrameow's doing a great job. Oh yeah, just sitting there charging limit is so frustrating to deal with. Get a punish with the dash attack there. Rycard at 79, spends limit blade, but not gonna find anything. Plasma Whip coming out. Okay. Good shield on that Plasma Whip. Dash attack puts Lyrameow in the air. Gets an up air, but can't capitalize off it much more. Can we do something at ledge? Get the down smash. Able to fully capitalize. It looks like it had a weird hitbox or something. Lyrameow attempts to spot dodge the whip, not quite coming through. Lyrameow misses the edge. That's unfortunate, because I think one of the hardest parts of this matchup for Rycard has been finding kills, and the ST here is not great. I mean, this definitely puts Rycard back in the game. If at a disadvantage, you know, he's got to find a way to nickel and dime his way back up to 80% to be even with Lyrameow. But he's starting that track. Right. Lyrameow, I think, desperate to losing a bit of composure actually. Running in twice in a row, but it seems to be working. Lyrameow going back to the charging limit. Paralyzer is gonna hit. Limit is back out, falling down air. Flip kick avoids the blade beam. Oh no, and Rycard accidentally SDs. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But that was Rycard, Lyrameow, a 3-0, and Lyrameow makes her place in top